Okay, guys, we've all been there. We've all had a job where they always try to call us into work, right? And they would also try to get us to work like crazy long hours when they call us into work. But the last couple jobs I've had, I gotta say, is that my jobs have pulled some funny stunts about trying to call me into work when I wasn't obligated to. But today, I want to talk about my recent story about what happened with me with that. So I was enjoying my 2 days off. I worked like 6 days in a row because my schedule at a fast food place I work at, which is McDonald's, it's really randomized, right? It's extremely like out of the blue randomized because I can't have a set schedule. I've tried to ask for a set schedule, but they say due to labor and everything that they can't really do it, which is kind of a lame excuse. But anyways, that happened was I was enjoying my 2 days off because getting 2 days off in a row in a fast food place is like really rare, right? So my boss decides to call me at 7 a.m. in the morning asking me, hey, can you come in? Obviously, I didn't pick up because I was sleeping, but my phone blew up 5 times apparently in my sleep, and I got bombarded with 4 text messages about it. And I texted him and I was like, sorry, I'm out of town. Like, fuck. Like, I'm not obligated to come into a fast food job because, one, it was not in the contract, and two, I am not on call, which is absolutely crazy. Like, it's not about being called into work that sucks. It's like how they do it, which is really shitty. Like, I'll never forget, like, I got called in like last minute because shit hit the fan at like 7:30 to 8 a.m. asking me to come in right now, like asking me to drop everything I'm doing to come in right now. And I thought it was ridiculous because the first time I did it too, I said I was out of town, and the second time I just straight up ignored them because I'm like, nah, dude, like this is my fucking day off. If I was on call, it'd be different, but no, I'm not on call, so no, I'm not obligated to pick up the phone and shit. But what really made me wanted to make this video too was like I had a boss that was getting very passive aggressive with me about it. Was getting upset saying like, "Hey, you said you wanted extra hours. Why don't you pick it up these extra hours?" I'm like, "Well, you gave me 40 hours like I said, or around 40 hours like I wanted, but nowadays I've saved up my money pretty well, and I actually worked on my other hustles outside of work that I'm making money outside of work now. Like, I don't really need to pick up a jillion hours now at your fucking fast food job. It's just to keep me stable until I get what I really want. And I do get along with my team, and my boss does like me because she does not want me to quit or find another job. But I do want to get another job. But right now, like I said, the job market's kind of crazy. So there's really no fucking opportunity right now for me to find something else if I'm stuck. Like, I did find other jobs. I did get ghosted at one, which is in a previous video. But, like, it's just, nah. It's just right now, dude, you just got to work what you got to work with. Like, if my bosses at any of these jobs were like, hey, can you just come in, like at this time, either later in the day or just later, like, the day before, I would probably respect that 100% a lot more. But even my own boss has even mentioned about saying that they just need bodies to work and stuff. They're like, yay, more bodies. Like, nah, dude, like, I get it, it's fast food, but saying that type of shit just makes people not want to help you out, even though and there's a reason why you're understaffed. They think I'm kind of weird for it though, because I do actually do my job pretty well, better than some other people. Like, I do a decent job, I think, and I don't think I'm like the amazing worker, but like I do enough just to not get in trouble and do enough just to make the time go by. Because I do believe if you do be productive and not like just wait around and like wait be on your phone all the time at work, it really does make the time go by a little bit faster. But they like me because I'm also really friendly to the customers. Also, I am so sorry, guys, if you hear a cat in the background because my cat currently is fucking hungry, and I did feed her already, but she's really fat and she's also in heat a little bit. So I'm going to take her to the vet soon, but damn, she needs to chill out. But also reminds me of like other jobs I had too, where like I had a job where my boss expected me to come in at Walmart a long time ago, right? And I thought, I didn't like pick up or nothing, but for some reason, dude, Walmart made up some weird policy saying like, oh, if I don't like respond to us requesting you to come in, even though it was not in the contract, that they were going to write me up. And they tried to coach me on it, which was stupid because Walmart had this weird policy where they try to coach people as like a write up. It's like a three strikes you're out type of thing. But yeah, they try to coach me for it, but apparently like when you get coached, like it kind of falls off after like every like 6 months or something like that. And this is when the time I was working there, because this is when the point system used to be like 9 points. Nowadays it's probably like five, I hear, which is absolutely fucking too small in my opinion. But like, because it's for anything. It's not for just calling in. It's for like, oh, if you're sick, you get a point. They just fucking drop people for no reason at that place. There used to be a time where I did actually would like we say, hey, my boss needs me, I'm going to come in. But the problem is if you do it once, dude, they expect you to do it like every time. And that's when I just stopped doing it, because it's just not cool to have people be entitled to your time like that, especially if they have a job don't pay enough. Like I said, dude, they just don't care. I'll also never understand people who do have jobs where they're on the call, right? Like, being on call just sounds absolutely like not fun at all. Like, yes, you can do whatever you want at home a little bit, but like, you still can't really go out and do whatever, because if you are entitled and have to be obligated to be on the company time when they call, like, I don't know, it just feels really crappy. Like, it feels extremely limited, and you feel kind of stuck a little bit. I would not like that at all. So to anyone who's struggling with that, dude, I feel for your soul, dude. I get it, the money might be good, but damn, I hope y'all are hanging in there. It also was not just me that's also been entitled to being called in from a fast food joint, because my buddy, before he went to the trades, worked at a Wendy's, right? He said the same thing happened to him, but it was a little bit worse. Apparently, like, they try to call him in and they try to fire him over it, threatening to fire him for just not coming in. He was not a manager or nothing, and he was not obviously obligated to come in on their day off like that. Like, this place was just so hostile and so fucking rude and disrespectful that they would constantly try to threatening to fire people over it. Like, I'm glad I don't work at that place, but fuck, it's kind of crazy, because this place was right across the street from my current job right now. And I will say, though, is that, like, it's not always like this. Like, there are some jobs that are pretty cool about you not being able to come in for any reason, because, you know, they know that it's your day off, which is pretty cool. But it's kind of crazy, though, that like some of these jobs, it's like all upset and pissed off. But the best thing I did like about working at the Amazon warehouse, by the way, was obviously no one called you in, but if you ever wanted more hours without asking to be called in or requested for more hours or to stay longer at work, you could just simply go on the app called the Amazon A to Z app, just pick up a shift that's available, kind of like how InstaWork works, and boom, you got yourself an extra like 5 hours. Now, the thing is that once you accept it, you can't cancel it, but if you know if you can work those extra hours, it's pretty nice, because I've done that a few times at that warehouse job, and I don't really miss the job, but if I were to ever go back, I probably would part-time for extra money, just to kind of get out of the fast food job, or just to, you know, use it as a way to stack for 1 year so I could pursue this channel that I wanted to do. I also do really feel for the managers' jobs a little bit, because, like, I know a lot of that shit they got to put up with is not enough, because apparently the managers that get paid at most of these fast food jobs are about the same as a warehouse worker, or a little bit less, which is insane, because these people are actually giving up all their free time for this company for the most part. Yes, you can do some limitations with availability, but for the most part, dude, if you're a manager, you basically got to live at McDonald's. Like, there's times you got to close at like 2 in the morning and then be back at work at like 6 a.m. Like, it's like insane how they treat your people like this. And if you're on salary, it's even worse, because you don't get paid for any overtime for it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these store salary managers are probably getting around like fucking 60 hours a week consistently and not getting paid a single dime over it, which is heartbreaking and terrible. Like, I could see salary being decent if you work like 4 days a week, but for these type of jobs, I doubt you're going to get more than like fucking 2 days off in a row. Like, you're just going to be very lucky, because, you know, even on your day off, dude, if you're that higher up, you are obligated to come in if anything were to backfire as well, and that sucks too. Anyways, everybody, what's your guys' thoughts about being called into work? Like, do you guys like being called into work? Do you guys like the extra money? Or do you have other ways to make money outside of work so you can just kind of say no? Personally, it's a double-edged sword for me, but for the most part, if they're nice about it, I will come into work some days. It just depends, but it's got to be the day before, and unfortunately, at this job, it probably won't ever happen, because they always like to call people in last minute. Also, guys, do not feel bad for not coming into work if you got called into work, because, you know, if you're not obligated to, dude, like, at the end of the day, they're not entitled to you. It did take me a little bit to kind of unwind that guilty feeling of not coming into work, but once you kind of mastered it and not care anymore, or at least you not care at all in your 20s about what other people think, which is also very hard to do for a lot of people, especially in their 20s, I think it becomes a lot easier just trying to, you know, live your life, and the power of saying no really is a wonderful thing sometimes. Also, quick update, thank y'all so much for 14,000 subscribers. That really means a lot. And I gotta say too, April was by far my best month ever on YouTube in my whole 9 years of making videos. So I'm very grateful that this channel has been growing the way it is, and the views and the monetization money has been staying very stable too, and I'm very grateful for it too, because, you know, at the end of the day, dude, this could all go away at any given time. Alrighty, everybody, hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I'll see y'all in the next video, so peace out.